Barry and Poppy, the cat in the background. Welcome to our my first cap, the International Club's look back at the start of an international career for Barry Middleton. And I'll give you a little bit of an introduction. Everyone will know Barry, probably don't need the introduction, but MBE, most capped British hockey player of all time, son of Doncaster, general hockey legend. Welcome, Barry. How are you doing?
Thanks. Yeah, nice intro. Probably the best bit there.
Yeah, so I've dug a little bit out about you. 432 caps, 4 Olympic Games, 4 World Cups, 8 Euros, 4 Commonwealth Games. I'm tired just thinking about it. It's a little while now, but have you recovered?
Yes, I've had a bit of time off now. But yeah, no, when I stopped, I definitely had a nice few months off after it to completely get away and relax. I was lucky. We went off to New Zealand for 8 or 9 months, which is a pretty nice get away place to get away and just chill out and get away from anything to do with hockey or Bisham.
Sounds good. Sounds good. After 15 years, I think you deserved it. So looking back at your first cap, we'll go with GB first, but I know some memories you might want to reflect also on your first cap with England. We're concentrating on GB at the moment, but we can talk about either. Do you remember when your first GB cap was?
I remember it being in 2003, I think. I remember my England one a lot better in terms of the game. I remember we were out in Canada for a tournament, and it was either against Canada or Belgium.
It was against Belgium, and actually bookmarked your GB career because your final game for Great Britain.
Yes, yeah. Just trying to remember when that one was as well. Now.
Yeah, I watched that one. In fact, that was
that was the Seoul. The
anniversary game.
I remember that one. But yeah, the first one, I don't actually remember the game. I remember the trip very well. Out in Vancouver for a couple of weeks. It was a good trip, being away again when I was 18, 19 or so, and getting away with a team, and it's just good fun. Life's pretty easy back then, playing hockey for your country. Everything's pretty simple, I think, when you're doing that.
So who are the characters then in that team? Who would you be the most scared of coming into the new team? There's often someone who you just go, I better not mess around and get on the wrong side of them.
I'm trying to think who not necessarily the tough guys. I think the experienced ones around then were Danny Hall, Perney, Craig Parnham.
Yeah,
was probably the one who you knew not to annoy him or use worse language than that. But he was a really nice guy, not scary, but again, you knew when you got on the wrong side of him, he kind of just had that.
He's one of the guys that set the example, and he scored. He scored on your debut. He scored on his debut. A little test. Who else might have scored on your debut? You won 4-3.
Jerome Gowdy.
Yeah, he got 2.
Oh. I wouldn't know the others.
Yeah, Niall Stott.
Niall Stott, yeah.
Yeah. So and you bookended it with wins over Belgium, and the Belgian team you finished off against was maybe a little bit stronger than the one you started.
Yeah, they were a little bit stronger by that time.
Good. And so 1st of July, 2003. Just thinking about your debut, and this probably been more your England debut. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous were you when you first played for your country?
Not that nervous.
No.
It sounds strange, or in funny ways, probably had more nervous games when I was older, because I think you start to realise fear of failure, or there's something there to lose. I think when I started, I was quite lucky. My first cap with England, so before my GB1, I was the young guy in it. They made quite a few changes around that time, so it was a lot of the guys who I played ones with, and I joined Cannock that year as well. So it was a lot of the guys from Cannock. So I felt quite comfortable in terms of knowing a lot of the players around.
Yeah.
And the game was a friendly, so not a big tournament or anything. So it was a bit of a free hit and just go and play and be excited. So yeah, in a funny way, it wasn't as nervous as people might think.
It sounds like it started all pretty well, I have to say, and then 432 games, 431 games on, blimey, really something to look back and be proud of. Who would you say was your biggest influence in you getting your first cap?
One of those questions that you answer someone different every time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think at the time it was sort of Dave Vincent and was the under 21s coach, and then had gone into the senior stuff. So I mean, them for picking me. I think.
Well, and for me as well, he had a big influence on me. And one or two of the things that I remember training with him. I still remember some of the things that he taught me.
Yeah, I think for me through that time though, from obviously coming through Doncaster and everyone there, but the first year at Cannock, Chris Mayer was a massive help as a coach, technical side and mentally sort of toughening you up, if you want to say it like that. But a lot of the guys who I played with as well. So we always think of coaches, but just playing with people like Michael Johnson, Craig Parnham, Ben Sharp, Martin Jones. Through that time, Andy Humphrey.
Yeah. Isn't it funny when you mention names, and particularly Chris Mayer? I remember Chris Mayer. He was just starting as I was coming to an end. So just the thought of Chris as a senior player, particularly the sort of person he is as well. Just you think, oh, okay. The same applies to Jason Lee as well. But
no, definitely for me, they were a massive influence through that time. And one, I would say, for sort of making you grow into sort of men's hockey, but just from I got to play with them as well as just be coached by them. So you sort of learn a lot from just watching them do things and see how they set the example and skills and the way they were professional about what they did. I thought the mentality and the culture they kind of had at Canada was brilliant.
Good. Okay, so enough of the hockey. I've just realised I've not done something, but I've got some questions around 2003. See what your memory of 2003 is like. What was the number one record when you made your debut for Great Britain?
I would have absolutely no idea.
Okay, I've got the music going now. Hopefully you can start to hear it.
No. Not Evanescence. Oh, the band.
Well, we'll leave that one. Bring Me to Life, Evanescence.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't stick with you. Never mind. We've got another two questions. See if you can get any points out of these. Which other world-class sportsman made their debut? And here's the hint: in the Premier League in 2003.
I'm going to go. Either Wayne Rooney,
right, or
Ronaldo.
Correct, Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's still going. He's still playing. So, blimey, what's what's wrong with you?
He must have some good diet or good nutrition.
Okay, last question. What else, other than your debut, did Doncaster celebrate in 2003?
Oh.
We're continuing with the sport of football.
Yeah. what did Donny Rovers?
Yeah. So what did they do?
They'd have gone to the actual league, to the Football League.
Yeah, they won the Football Conference promotion.
Yes.
Do you remember it?
Not fully. Don't think I was there.
Well, they beat Dagenham and Redbridge 3-2 after extra time.
Yeah. They're still on the way up now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll give you a couple of points out of that. And then we finish off with some quickfire questions. Best player you ever played against?
It's always Tibor Weissenborn.
Sorry?
Tibor Weissenborn.
Okay.
German.
Okay. Right. So yeah, not someone I've come across, but I'm sure plenty will. Okay. Best player you played with?
Ashley Jackson.
Ashley Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, that might get in there. Okay. This was a debate certainly when I was playing. Red, white, and blue, or white, blue, and red. What was your favourite? Or did you go for another combination?
As in kit?
Yeah.
We ended up going all white a few times, and we really liked that.
All white.
That was with England. No, I think red, white, and blue was.
Yeah, a traditionalist like that. What was your favourite venue?
We played in the football stadium in the Den Haag World Cup.
Yes, no, I was there. That was
That was brilliant. Either that or London Olympics with everything that went with it.
I can imagine that. And the last one, your least favourite fitness test?
All of them.
I bet they threw loads of torture at you.
We had a few actually. I think the worst one I had, the one I hate the most is we do a repeat shuttle. So it takes no time at all. So it's 8 40-meter shuttles. But it's my worst part of fitness. So I die every time.
Yeah. I think we've all got our own little thing, the weakness that it catches us out. But I'm sure yours was a very relative weakness. Good. That's it. Brilliant. So hopefully that was a bit of fun, just casting your mind back. And I caught you out with the music, but other than that, all pretty good.